You are live. All right.
Oh my God, we're live.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Fluff.
Good morning, Colton. How are we
Cheers.
doing this morning?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Got my oil in me. I'm not coughing my lungs out yet, so we're good.
Excellent.
How's it going over there?
Slow and steady. It's like fucking oddly warm out here right now.
Yeah.
So that like makes life really weird. Like almost 80 degrees already this morning.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's fucking -2 here.
We're gonna get there.
We got 3 inches of snow last night.
Oh fuck.
So that's fun. Yes, sir. Yeah, it started at about 11, snowed till 5.
Ooh, man.
Good morning, chat. Weed Nerd, Sweet Johnny, Ye Muff, Dags, Local Grow, J5, Galaxy, Mike. Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Yeah, no, we woke up. It's actually what does it say right now? 70 degrees on the dot right now is what it actually. Supposed to get up
Still, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. And we're supposed to get up to like mid high 80s today. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I bet she did, Yee. Did you have to hit that shit twice?
-1, light snow right now.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Yeah, just 3.
Corn said it right when they said fuck that shit.
Yeah. Cheers, Doctor. Good morning. What's everybody smoking on this morning?
Let's see. I've got some. I think this was the Ghostwalker OG that Clay gifted me. What I'm vaping on this morning.
All 3 of them, right on. What's that one? What's the terps like on that one?
Which one? The Ghostwalker? It's Ghostwalker, man, very, very just funky dank. It's got that wild, just kind of dankiness. It really does remind you of if you're familiar with kind of just that classic OG funk. That's kind of what it reminds me of. A little bit of maybe like a little bit of citrus in there, like real light in the top end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it really does get kind of overshadowed by the funkiness of it. So enjoy that part. Wish it grew just a touch better. But it was nice. Nice.
Awesome.
Myself.
Well, I'm just dropping some of this mixed MCT oil that I made. As I was mentioning to you, I got a bit of a cough I'm trying to kick still, so I'm off the smoking for at least
fucking off the sauce.
I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts, but I gotta give it at least a day or 2.
Yeah, I'll give it a day. Let it all fucking relax.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's all right. It'll be nice. There's nothing worse than having like a fresh harvest and just not,
Oh yeah, not being able to just rip into it.
Yeah, exactly. You smoke so much on a regular that it's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's a different flavor, but you don't really feel all the effects and everything necessarily. So it'll be a nice little smoke break.
Yeah. Well, so when you said you made your own MCT, is that more CBD based? Is that just from your regular raw cannabis? So it
This is just made from. It's not single source, like it's not a single strain, but I think it's just made from a bunch of leftovers, bits
bunch of
and
your just stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yep. I was just wondering. Yeah, I was just wondering, kind of which aisle you were gonna go if you were looking for
Mm,
like the CB kind of help, and and give yourself just that little bit of tea break, for you're gonna take a little
mm.
extra, or if you're just gonna,
It's not necessarily a tea break, just a lung break.
yeah, yep. Because I've always wondered, next time I have to, if something pops in like that, or nasty sinus infection, where it's just like just don't. Whether I'm just gonna kind of give it a week of CBD and then come back to it, or
Yeah,
one of those types of things. Because I like to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes I like to, you like take a little break, but break really hasn't been an option for a long time. You know,
right. Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. Caveman, if you got the remedy, then throw it up here. But I also have been sick. This is 3 weeks. Today marks 3 weeks that I've had this cough, and I saw the prescribing pharmacist yesterday, and he said it sounds like I'm on the verge of pneumonia or bronchitis. So if you got a remedy, throw it up in chat, and I'll give anything a try. But they got me on a puffer right now to try to. It's just a bronchodilator to try to get some more oxygen because my oxygen levels are low. But, but I will try whatever you got.
So, how often, that just makes me think, let's talk a little bit about this. I wash this out about every 2 days. Water, I try to remember to change the water daily, but yeah, you end up kind of forgetting, or yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I get down here and I'm like, ooh, hit that real quick before I change the water. I'm like, "Bleh, never mind. Change the water. How often do you do anything like that?
I try to dump my water out after I'm done every stash, so that the water's not just sitting in there.
Yeah,
But then I'll actually clean. I probably clean my bong or my rig or whatever every 3 or 4 times I use it. I'll run the ISO through it and stuff like that. But yeah, I try not to let it sit with water in it for the most part.
yeah. Yeah, I'm bad about that part. Is letting the water sit in there. I need to
Oh,
be.
I was bad for so long. I was bad about that, and then I think luckily it was just a Instagram thing. I don't even know who it was, but somebody about Instagram was like, "You realize your bong water is starting to grow bacteria after less than 24 hours." It's like, fuck.
Right.
Ugh.
Oh, I think I don't remember if it. I think that was one of those like koala puffs things. And
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think she got it out to everybody when, or at least when that's who I saw that one come
Hmm.
through once.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was probably.
Yeah, talking about all that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that because I definitely get bad. While I'm better about the water, like the actual cleaning part. So like some of
Hmm.
that shit down there, I don't always worry about getting that hot water there, new water. We call it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this stuff's supposed to be like antibacterial and shit, right? So they can't be on the fucking grossness in there, right?
I'm bad too because I have I got an ash catcher and I like to use the ash catcher, and so I always just fucking justify it like, oh, I don't need to wash my bong because the ash catcher is the one that's dirty, so I'll
Right?
do that and fucking diced onion. Oh, the honey. Okay, yeah, I've seen a few of the honey and
The onion's
uh,
part of the
the
onion's actually, yeah.
garlic, and ginger in the honey.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, I've
Hmm.
heard of that one, mate. That's
Hmm.
like ultra home remedy right there.
Yeah, the fire water. Cheers, G-Bay.
Okay, doc. Let me know how that treats you.
All right, I'm
Always
gonna try
curious
it.
to hear about
I'm gonna try it later. My wife
Dude,
bought a
yeah,
fucking. She came home a few weeks ago. Well, I guess it's been a couple months now, but she came home from the fucking store with this big box. He's like, "What the fuck did you buy now?" It's like 8 jars of honey that have chunks of the fucking honeycomb in it.
nice,
Yeah, so we got lots of fucking honey.
nice.
Fire
That's
cider.
another
That's
one.
what I
That's
was trying to think of. Yeah,
one of those
pure
old
fire.
remedies, and my mother likes to do that one. It's like take a slice of an onion, slice an onion, put that shit in your sock.
In your sock.
When
Yeah.
you when you go to bed
Yeah.
and draw that shit out. That's every time I think about it. Like anytime someone gets sick, my mom's like, "You put an onion in there." It's like, no,
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. Oh, there's no way in hell my wife would let me in the fucking bed with onions in my socks.
No, fuck no, man. I
She's
ate
like,
some Burger King, and she's like, "Motherfucker, you better go fix that. We ain't gonna be sleeping with onions."
yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
But at the same point, it's the
Mm,
same family that'll just fucking eat raw garlic chunks around here. So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what my father-in-law is big into garlic too.
Oh, fuck yeah, yee. That's what I'm talking about. I need to make some of that. Fucking, I dehydrated those peppers too quick. I should have done that. Make some habanero honey or some fucking ghost pepper honey.
Ooh.
Yeah, drizzle that shit on anything you like that's just a little bit sweet and hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Breakfast. Really good on almost
We've got a
anything
few.
breakfast.
We've got a chili honey, which I don't think is actually. I don't know. I looked. I didn't see. It's supposed to be chili powder inside of honey. Then we've got another one that's a hot honey from like a. It was one of the farmers market places. That one is good. That one is really good. The other one's the chili oil, chili honey, is like the store bought shit. It's not that good. But the
Right?
farmers market one is fucking deadly.
That's the beauty, right? Some of the store bought one, they wanted to take all the fucking shortcuts. They put a little chili powder. Fuck, nobody likes just
Yeah,
chili powder.
yeah,
You got to do all kinds of shit to make chili powder worth a fuck.
right.
So how's that freak show going? Is it doing well
Oh,
in the garage?
yeah,
Has it been a
yeah.
struggle?
Well, I put a heater in there finally because it was like our garage isn't. There's a duct that runs out there, but it's not like it's not part of our main fucking heating system.
Just kind of
So
a passive flow
yeah,
through duct. Yeah.
yeah. So it gets a little bit warm in there, but it wasn't. It was still getting too cold, I think, because it just fucking. It was like it stalled out. But I put a
You just
heater in there. It's been in like 2 weeks now, and I'm actually starting to see new pistils shooting out the top. So it's starting to grow again. So I think we'll have. I'll give it another. I'll probably take it close to the end of November. I think I'll just let it keep going until it's fucking like you said the other day, just until it starts fucking spitting seeds out.
yeah. Once you go out there and you're like,
Hmm.
fuck, I gotta fucking sweep up some seeds. Oh, it's done.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I noticed there's a few that are like big ones, and they're kind of like busting out, but the
Hmm.
rest of them seem to be a little bit behind that. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna
It,
judge it off the ones that I can see popping out. I'm just gonna keep kind of looking at the ones that are a little bit further into the nugs and stuff like that. But I did also notice like when you kind of pull up the leaves underneath and you look up underneath, there are some bigger, plumper ones even underneath
okay.
there. Um,
Yeah.
so it's coming down or it's coming along.
I'm wondering, when caribou did that big pollination on those, it seemed like there were a lot of small seeds in there, small
Hmm.
seeds, and some of them even, didn't quite color up, but were
Yeah,
still popping fine. Um,
yeah,
and so I wonder if one, it just either needs to take much longer than the typical, 6 weeks that we like
hmm,
to give it. Or if it's just a small seed. They all have kind of their own personality and seeds.
yeah,
I wonder if it's just a awkward one with the seed as well.
yeah. It could be.
I
Could
don't
be.
know if I'll ever play around pollinating that. I've said that a bunch
Yeah.
this goddamn
I
show,
mean,
but
really, the only reason I did it is just because it was my outdoor.
yeah,
And I just happened to pop a male and a female, and I thought, well, fuck it, why not?
dude. I mean, if I had a male that popped and then had that fucking that female that you had, I would have done it too. That thing's so cool looking. It has so much personality. Love it.
Yeah, yeah, that one turned out really nice.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully the progeny gets as much of the leaf
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the male was
curing.
pretty cool looking too. It had some uh, really nice mutated leaves on it as well. So I'm thinking that it'll at least get that mutation locked in there pretty good
Oh
more.
yeah,
I'm excited to see if I can get anything with the terps that are on the mom because it's like I said, grape Kool-Aid and gas all day long. So.
that kind of reminds you of that old school candy weed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it
that
gave me the one that I smoked. It wasn't last summer. Last summer I grew a male, and then the summer before that I grew a female, and it was a lot smaller. I didn't do as good of a job, uh, but it had a very similar terp. But it got me like fucking junior high stoned in the afternoon. So uh, I'm
nice.
excited to see how it comes out, and I'll
Yeah,
probably pop like the seeds that I grow will probably be the first freak shows that I grow inside. I've never grown one inside.
nice.
So we'll see how it does in the room, getting the full treatment.
Right. I'm pretty sure uh, I want to get them out next year. I've been holding on them for a long time, wanted to grow them for a while, and just
Hmm.
haven't. It's every time I get ready to pop new seeds, something pops up, new project, or something I'm looking for, or,
Yeah.
and they just keep getting fucking pushed, and I'm like, uh, just for the fact of having them. I just want to get a couple
Hmm.
outside next year and make sure that they're out, they're growing, they're good. I've always wanted to search through them. I've always wanted to grow them, and I think what I'll end up doing is just put them in the veggie garden, kind of like I do with a couple outdoor, and just let a however many, kind of like you did, whatever
Yeah.
goes out next year stays, and we'll harvest a couple without seeds and some with, and
Yeah.
because yeah, I want to find that I've heard decent things about the flower, not amazing
Hmm.
stuff, but then stories come up. There's obvious, like anything else, there's going to be a pheno that fucking rocks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I
So
mean, for the most part, people just talk about it being novelty weed, but I mean,
yeah,
I've smoked it and it got me fucking baked. So novelty or not, it did the trick.
good weed, man. It'll do what it
Hmm.
do.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's I ended up this year only taking about or keeping probably about a third of that deep candy. The big tops, real deep in them. You saw the rot starting to come out.
Hmm.
The way our temperatures are going right now, I mean, we are getting 40, 50-degree swings, temperature at night with humidity just all over the place, but
That's
nowhere near
wild.
low. Yeah. So, um, I probably should have pulled it a lot sooner, like I was wanting, or like should have, to grab the CBD content. But none of the smallers had any rot or anything in them. It was
Hmm.
just a big fat, forearm tops. Um, and it was just, you had to break them all open. You would have never fucking known until you broke that bud open that it was down there. So I just all the big anything big,
Hmm.
like fucking hand size, all that stuff. I just grabbed it, chopped it directly off, and then opened it all up, check it out, and anything that had mold anywhere on it or botrytis just got the whole thing got tossed. I wasn't going to
Yeah.
bother with it, so I hung a few out there to see how it goes. And, you know, be what it be. But the neighbors will enjoy the next bonfire I have. So
Yeah. Cheers, Art man. Yeah, let's get a dab frog up. We haven't had the dab frog yet.
fucking a woo.
Oh, so I finished trimming up one of the flying Hawaiians, and I'm like 3/4 of the way through trimming the other one. And yeah, man, the one flying Hawaiian, fucking smalls. Holy shit. Those fucking nugs, like just little fucking popcorn buds. So many, like lots of them, but they're so small. It's like, what the fuck?
Little
It's
fucking
like
peas all
the
over the
top
place.
the top of the cola was good on every branch, but then everything below that was just so small. It's like shit, man. So I think the other pheno though, the one that I'm trimming right now, it's a little bit bigger. They're not quite as small as that one, but yeah, the one that darkened up and got really purple, the buds are so small. So we'll see if
Oh man,
we'll see how it smokes
that's a
and
fucking question there.
see how it uh finding keepers. You keep asking me about that. So unfortunately, due to some fucking stupidity and bad circumstances, that plant died.
Yeah.
So I still have it. It's still sitting exactly how it fucking died, but it's all dried up. I had it in a tent in the back of our fucking house, and we had company, and then it it didn't die when we had company. Hold on, sorry, my cord's wrapped around my microphone. Um, it took a hit when we had company. I saved it. I brought it back. But then when we went to my buddy's wedding at the end of August, I forgot to give instructions to our housekeeper to fucking water it. I
Nice.
forgot the tent was sitting back there because I moved the rest of the grow is all, it's all consolidated in two rooms now. I don't have shit spread out everybody or spread out everywhere. So yeah, unfortunately it gave up the ghost, but I'll go grab it. We can look at it. It's kind of funny to look at because it's all fucking dead and shriveled up. But I am gonna start another one. Actually, I've been thinking about it. I got one in a cup right now that's got some big roots on it, so I'm gonna start another one here right away.
Yeah,
But
I hear you on that one, man. The little dude that I had was doing fucking great, man. Everything was good, right? But the plant shifted. Um, the plant went
oh,
from his back to his crotch, and the more it grew, the more it like laid down, and I was
oh
just like,
no!
you know what? I can't do this shit anymore. So it just, I pulled the plug on it, man.
I
I was like,
wondered because neither of us have brought it up for a bit now. I was like,
yeah,
Fluff
no,
hasn't mentioned his, so I know his is dead.
it's kind of like, yeah, I brought it outside and I was like, you know what? If you survive and do something cool, I will continue to tend to you. I was like, but
Yeah,
I can't do this anymore. Like all I do, I look at it and I was like, man, fuck it. It just looks it looks worse every day.
that's funny. Cheers, Marcus.
So,
Cheers, Ned. Cheers, Decoy. Cheers, Agnes. That's
uh,
funny. Well, here I'll go grab
yeah,
one. We can look at my skeleton.
yeah, the skeleton of mine just made it look worse and actually worse. So, fuck, man. So, how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week starting off? Hope y'all had a fucking awesome Monday. Fuck Monday. But we'll get ready to go through my grow here in a little bit. Show you all how the BAMs are doing, cruising along. These morning shows are the only time I get to do it now since it's flower time and lights are out by the evening shows. So uh, yeah. Agnes was asking, man. I wanted mine to keep going, but these swings at night are just killing it. Like I said, it already caused some of the, but well, it didn't cause the botrytis to start. Obviously there was a problem with air, and it just expanded the problem. But yeah, I pulled mine. It was just last week, I believe it was. Yeah, just middle of last week was when mine came down. Yep. So, but Let's see. I think what I'm gonna end up doing here is we're going through the smoke on the Granddaddy Black. Uh, it was okay, but I'm not finding anything that was really standing out to me. So the bad part was the handle really never got to fucking get wove
No,
in
you can
properly,
see it
huh?
was, yeah,
Yeah,
it started right here. I got both sides that would have connected right there. It was so close.
it was so close.
But it's a lot lighter now. It's fucking. It's not.
Yeah,
There's no biomass left to it. It's super light. Yeah, it's still
I mean,
there.
so on the bright side, you still have the basket. The basket is completely achieved, dried out, done. I mean, you trim that up, you still got your basket.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I am one of these days. I'm gonna go around and knock off all the dead leaves and shit and just collect the
and
basket off of it. But it's still fucking.
are you gonna put like a clear bowl inside of that or something? Like try to find one the same contour and use it
I
as
don't
like
know. We'll see.
here's your old lady like, no,
That's the,
motherfucker, we are not gonna be decorating with your weed.
that's the
A little
pepper.
dried up pepper.
There's the pepper. uh, yeah, it was fun. I'm gonna do it again though for sure
The
because
basket
this
part
is a lot of
still,
fun.
regardless, is fucking gorgeous, man. The weaving that you did, and you can see all that is still just phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
so we'll clean it up and keep it and try again.
yeah. I would. There's no way I'd have to fucking trim that all up super nice and like see if I could find just a perfect size like clear plastic to put inside of there. And
Yeah, I might. I'll have my wife go look at the thrift stores and shit and see if we can find like a
right,
cool old crystal bowl or something like that.
yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be able to support it once it's all? Is it still pretty structurally sound?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
oh
solid.
fuck yeah!
Yeah. I mean, it's still got some. Actually, you know what? I was gonna say it's still wired together, but because it's all shrunk up, the wires are loose. So yeah, it's solid.
Nice.
Like you can see. Oh,
Here, I'm
yeah,
big.
you can see like the wires are fucking
Oh shit, yeah,
like they're loose on there. It's not.
yeah. That's fucking cool.
It's funny. It looks kind of like an old dead like swamp tree or something.
Bro, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, like an old dead fucking willow tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you should get like you should. Oh, you know what you should put in? You should leave it just like that, and then you should put in skulls. Just get fucking
I was
decorated for
just gonna say
Halloween. Just put a bunch of fucking
use it
skulls
for a
in it.
Halloween candy.
Ah,
But
fucking love that thing.
we don't have any trick or treaters out here, but it'd be cool little Halloween centerpiece.
Yeah, that's
All
bitching.
right,
You
I'm
should
gonna go
you should
put
take
this
some
away. I got
cool
nowhere to
pictures
put it.
of it.
Yeah, yeah, I probably will for sure. It's still worth it's still worth looking at. So
Yeah, bro, go find an old dirty fucking mud puddle, put it right next to it, and fucking
just
get
put it
that
right in
fucking
there.
motif going.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The
That'd be
Canadian
cool.
swamp.
Unfortunately, we're snowed in. Well, we'll see if the snow melts or not. If the snow melts, we'll have some fucking mud
Yeah,
for
you'll have a
sure.
great looking fucking mud puddle.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Well, let me see if I can fucking get myself over here and get logged in. We can go have a look see. That's the room. Bam's looking great, man. Oh yeah, here we go. Get this one. Let's see. So, we're rounding right around like halfway with the BAM. So, um, dude, I saw Art Man was talking about he was making some moon rocks with that shit. Got me kind of jealous because I don't do that. But one, it's hard to believe when the motherfucker looked like a pounded donut hole. But holy fuck, I want to smoke that. I look wicked. All right, let's see. I am here. Let us mute this.
Hell yeah. All right. Co-host. Hanging out. Hat. Safety squints. Fucking bright here. All right. Boom. Let there be glance. So, it's wonderful, man. When you open the room right now, you just get blasted right in the fucking face.
Nice.
It just hurts. So it's getting very floral with a little bit of sweet kind of off the palate or off the nose right now. You got this lady here. She's starting to get a little purple in them leaves. I don't know if you can see that, but it'll be early, so that'll be a nice colorful one. So decently frosty.
Hell yeah.
Decently frosty. So that's the big one over here in the corner. So yeah, let's go over here to Bambi. So once again, she is nice and frosty. Stacks well. Just a
Hell
beautiful
yeah.
plant. She definitely, in my kind of experience so far, she definitely leans a lot towards the sideways Betty in the growth structure. That's how I see that one. Some of these other ones, especially these ones in the back corner, I'll show you them here in a second. They definitely are a lot more the black forest leaners. So, and you can really see that. So, get in here. Just focus. Just beautiful. So, yeast cut down here. It's wanting to be a chunker for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So I'm definitely taking care of a cut, getting it. Gonna get it a lot more to properly train, grown out, not just thrown in. Because I'm definitely curious. Because this thing looks like it will. Yeah, that one will definitely produce. Like I can see that. So,
Nice.
when you touch it, fuck it breaks. So, get out of the way. All right, let's get back here. Fuck me, this plant's flopping all over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can see that one's starting to fall over.
Yeah, this one's heavy as shit. I have got to get these things supported. But
Nice.
yeah, for what it's doing, I definitely, and I can get way more out of this plant without letting it just fucking fall all over the place.
What day in there are you in there?
39 or 40.
Oh fuck yeah.
So I think you can see. Let's see, focus. I don't know why I'm putting my hand there like it helps. Can you see the purple in that? Starting to creep in on them leaves.
Yep.
Yeah. So, this one, it just keeps changing fucking smells. It had that high lemon. It's got that super fucking diesel when you pull a leaf. So I don't know what the hell this thing's going to turn into. This one is rotten. Just straight funky. I'm excited about that. I keep bumping it and rubbing it and shit. And so it's over here by the fan. So it's getting, unfortunately, you can see those hairs getting beat up. Just, but
it still looks
tight.
good.
Yeah, very tight. Little nubs on this one. Everything on there is just going to be a lot harder. This one definitely showing out a lot better.
Yeah, those are nice nugs.
Yeah, it's going to have some very nice nugs. Frosting up real nice, too. Catching up to everybody else. And it looks like this is going to be kind of hard to say for certain, but they like to stay this color. It's kind of when you over magnesium a little bit or something. But once these hit flower, that's kind of what happens. They get this dark color, kind of stay there. So it may actually be purple. Oh, actually, if I look at this one here, you can actually see where it's doing the black forest, where you
yeah,
get
you
the
can see that.
purple,
Yep.
maroonish underside, and actually the leaf is starting to turn purple on the edges. So that's actually going to be a beauty. Definitely
Nice.
keep an eye on her. Let's see.
Nice.
Snow. I don't know if it just smells rotten from this one or if it's still got it too. Not as much, but it's there. So, yeah. Other than I've really got to fucking get off my ass and get these plants in here supported. I'm real happy with everything that's going on. I haven't fed. I give it the slightest fucking water about every 5 days. I'll just kind of moisten up my top layer just to get some things down. This has been wonderful. Everything is just cruising along. A little pissed at myself. I broke this top, being an idiot. Tried to tape it and hold. Just, so that blows. But
that happens.
yeah, when you don't take your time to do your garden proper, that's what happens. So that just means it's fucking bent like all these others. Trying to keep away from the light. Oh, I killed this branch. I knew that. I kept twisting this one around.
Oh,
yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah. When I did the initial break, it like fucking just, let's see if I can get it here. Just absolutely like shredded it. So
yeah,
it was hanging on for the longest time. Jesus Christ, get away from it. Yeah, it was hanging on for the longest time, but it gave up. Yeah, man, I'm excited. So
hell yeah. Looking good.
Yep. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm real happy. Excited to get it down.
Yeah.
We're about halfway through. I will. This will go at least 70, 75 for me. That's where I like to take it, and that's where I want to see this run kind of progress to. So
Okay.
I pulled the last couple at 65 to 68, and they were fantastic. But I thought I could get just a little bit more out of them. And so I want to see this round. I'm gonna get that little bit extra out of them.
Mm-hmm.
See what they do. And I always like that. I always thought kind of 75 is the sweet spot.
Okay. Cheers, Emmett.
With a lot of things, obviously it's super strain dependent. But generally, most general, I find 75 where I really find the best. We're about 75 degrees right now and right at 58% humidity. So I like those numbers. I am going to hit it. I'm going to hit the bed today with just some general microbes because I was thinking about it. So I'm going to hit it with some of the, what is that, pumpkin extract. that I have from fermented plant extracts. I'll hit it with some of
Okay.
my own labs, some worm lithiate, and maybe just a little touch of Alaskan fish.
Okay.
So, just for the bed, get some things moving around,
Yeah.
maybe opening some things up. So I don't mind hitting it with a few microbes here and there. I don't know if you can really overdo it. And being as I'm using labs that I made at the beginning of the year, not too worried about overusing.
Mm-hmm. So what's the benefit of adding? I mean, you said you never have too many microbes or can't overdo it with microbes. But what's the benefit of adding the microbes at this point in flower when you're like halfway through?
Everything's moving, man. This is going to be where things really start bulking and having fun, growing their terpenes, doing their things.
Mm-hmm.
So in doing that, the microbes, there's a lot of work to be done down there to get the nutrients from the soil into the plant.
Okay.
So microbes are what are doing that work. Making sure that you got a good variety of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to be like, ooh, mammoth P, that's a flower microbe. I'm not just trying to hit that. I'm trying to get everybody to work.
Okay.
I feel like that's important for getting in the terps, cannabinoids, all that stuff. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, microbe diversity really is key.
So it's like adding extra workers to the workforce in there.
Yeah. I always inoculate fairly lightly. The point where I don't want just microbes eating microbes, and to where it's like a system where everybody's just overly crazy. But because for the most part, you're wasting a lot of money.
Right.
But making them myself, I still just want to keep things fairly balanced. So that's use them lightly, not regularly, but frequently.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, it looks awesome in there, as usual. Oh, nice, Emmett. You must be in a nice warm climate there, wherever you're at. 8 half chopped plants and 1 biggie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see, are my lights on? Oh, my lights are on. We can go look in my room quick. Okay, nice, Emmett. StreamYard.
Fuck over here talking to myself. Got it.
That's
All right. I missed anything interesting here? I'm gonna go through chat here.
Emmett's got some plants coming down soon.
Nice.
Keeper said make a splint, stand your plant up, or fix your broken branch. I do a lot of that. Actually, I'll show you. I got 2 of them right now in the flower room. So cheers, Skunk Ape. Both our
was I
volumes
like
are
super
going
quiet the whole fucking time?
That's what everybody was saying, that when you were on your phone, you were quiet. And I boosted your audio on your phone because I realized I just found out that we can change each other's volume, which could be fun sometimes.
All right. Cool.
Weird.
Well, Now we're through there.
I'm gonna jump on my phone. We'll see what happens. It'll just blow up the whole show. Okay, let's not look at my mug. We're gonna turn this the other way. All right, there we go. Okay, put it there.
Oh, that one. All right.
Woo!
A little veg spot. Bunch of little clonies.
These are all clones, or these are all seeds?
These are all clones, except for this little BAM right here. Waiting to show. There's a few of my BAMs that are just fucking slow to show. They will not show their sex. So I might just put them in the flower room and just force them to show. They're big enough now that they can just fucking. There's a couple
Those
here.
might. Those very
Another one?
possibly might be your males.
Okay. There's another one there too.
Nice.
So I got, let's see, there's 1, 2. That's a different plant. That's I don't know what it is, but it's from seed. This one's from seed. So these are some of the ones from that from the regs that I popped that are still not showing. But I got some more. These are clones that are going out to a friend. Some lavender. And so I did something funny. I had that fasciated plant.
Mhm.
I cloned the fasciated part. Just to see, just for fun. I don't really care if it fucking takes or not. It's just for fun. But
That's awesome, dude. That was a big old piece of fucking stem too.
oh yeah, it's thick. I'm surprised it hasn't just rotted out yet. That's what I expected. It would just rot out, but it hasn't
Right.
yet. All right, so there we go. Stand back, get a good view of the whole shebang in here. So this is the death bubba. This is finishing off. It's starting to senesce. You can see the purple there in this leaf right here. This is the one. This was like in the middle of all those other plants in my last run, and it was just getting no light. You can see where it's like these are just little fucking droopy things because it was not getting any light, but it's starting to come around. It's got some nice nugs on that branch now. So this one's gonna. I'm just starting to flush this. This is the longest I've taken the death bubba. So, and it's supposed to be, from everything I've heard about the death bubba, it's supposed to be a good heavy hitter medicinal strain. So this time it'll definitely it's definitely gonna be probably the heaviest that I've grown it. So yeah, you can see this one is my Black Amnesia Haze. It's splinted up right there from a break. And there, splinted up after another break. But it didn't like the breaks. I pinch and twist it, and then they just fall over. It just bend in half. So it did not like the bend and snap training.
Right.
But this one, when I grew it last time, it stretched like crazy. So I'm hoping it'll at least stretch a bit. I think this one, and these two that are over here. So this one here is the big face. And then this is the white truffle. And those three are like day 12, maybe. And then the frequency shift. And this is the Flying Hawaiian, one of the Flying Hawaiians. And then another pineapple sorbet. So both of those I also just ran. That's the pheno that has the better size nugs, luckily. And then this pineapple sorbet is just like Flavor Town. So I'm growing. I'm gonna make a bunch of rosin out of it. So
Fucking A.
yeah, and we'll see this one. The way that this one is turning out, depending on how it smokes, I might make a bunch of rosin out of that one too. So we'll see. This one I should have really I should have cleaned up the middle a bit more. You can see there's a lot of shit in the middle that didn't come through the trellis where I wanted it to right here. So, but I mean, that's like both of these on the last grow were like just about touching the light. So I assumed it was going to stretch a shitload, and it stretched a little bit, but not the way I wanted it to. So next time, I think I got to take off some of those laterals. It didn't do as well with having more. Didn't and yeah, I can't fucking talk. Yeah, take off more laterals. Let some of those, let some of the main branches grow up a little bit more. But
yeah, there's definitely plants where laterals still, or I guess a lot of times that's why they call them, in gardening, like sucker branches, right? They take more energy from that main than they really show in their production when you leave them. So
yeah. This is the third time I've grown the pineapple sorbet, and definitely I think I got it figured out for the trimming wise, at least for the trimming and pruning. It filled out nicely, and it's stacking. It's stacking decent. They're at about day 20 right now, I think. 19 or 20. Those ones and the frequency shift. This one's gonna put out a lot. Nice buds too. But I might have to put my little hanging trellis. I might have to put that on this thing because when I grew, I've only grown it one other time, but it makes big fucking. They're not super dense, but big fucking colas on it. So that one might get the hanging trellis just kind of right put down in there. We'll see. I'm almost I'm using up all my bamboo stakes making my trellises, so I would just fucking bamboo it, but I might not have enough now. But, or I guess I could take these out. I could take these ones when this one's done and use them in there. But yeah, and this one actually, I kind of had the thought of using lots of it for some rosin as well. So I might have a lot of rosin soon. We'll see.
You're gonna have a whole lot of rosin soon.
Yeah. But no, this big face, this one stretched really nicely. This is exactly what I was hoping it would do.
Sometimes it's just nice to be caught up with weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then this white truffle, this one, this was gifted to me by Gracious Gardner, my buddy. I've seen him in chat a few times here. And he said, I asked him about it. I said, does it stretch in flower? And he said it stretches 200%. So far, it's not. It's a little bit slower. So we'll see.
Maybe that's 200% over the life of the plant. Kind of like a haze. Like they just never stop.
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll keep coming because it's got a few branches that here that I want to fill in. There's 4 squares right there that need to be filled in. So hoping hoping it'll do that. I'm hoping it'll just kind of keep stretching as it goes. And I think this one, the Flying Hawaiian, it's at the end of day or at the end of week 3, but I think it'll kind of keep going a little bit more. So you'll see. And I know that this Black Amnesia Haze does too. It's one that just kind of keeps growing as it finishes or as it's going. So yeah, I don't usually do a trellis, but I'm happy with how it's turned out and how it's looking.
Structure on them's fucking beautiful. Yeah, you clean up. Wonderful.
And this stuff is going to finish. Well, I'll have to leave this one. So we're going to Utah for Christmas. So this one will have to stay because it's a 80-dayer. So this one will be like basically I'll get to chop half, like most of this room, and then everything in the pheno hunt tent plus that 80-day the frequency shift. What time is it? It's not time yet. Actually, it is 8 o'clock. I gotta turn this light on. I haven't fixed my timer yet. I just flipped this tent. There's all these little phenos in here. I haven't fixed my timer yet, so we're on manual.
Manual mode, go. Hey,
Boom.
that's the way some people keep it. Woo, look at that. And what are we hunting in here?
So we got Banana Daddy by Black Widow. We got Hawaiian by Black Widow. We got Maui Runts, Frosted Melons, Sherbunkins. I got one high octane and I got one waffle cone.
Nice.
So yeah, these plants, this whole tent, plus that frequency shift, are all gonna have to be flushed by my by our house sitter. So that's gonna be fun.
Does your
That'll
house
be
sitter
fun.
enjoy growing weed?
I hope she does. She's done it twice for me now, so it's the same.
If anything, you're teaching her, and next thing you know, she's gonna have one hell of a garden.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna notice a bunch of my cuts missing. Like, where are these
Yeah.
going?
All of a sudden, your plants are trimmed up just a little nicer.
Right, right. Everything starts looking better.
You're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to hire her.
Yeah. So here, let's see. I kind of mixed things up the other day. I had them all like organized by strain, but then some are getting bigger and taller, so I moved them around. I moved the bigger ones to the outside and the smaller ones to the middle. So they're kind of mixed up now. But that's one of the Black Widow Banana Daddy by Black Widows. And that's the only one that I topped in here because if I hadn't, that fucking top would have been up to there already. It was fucking huge. That's a Hawaiian. Yeah. So this is a Hawaiian by Black Widow. What's this? This one's a Hawaiian by Black Widow. Oh, okay. I got the 3 Hawaiians at least in a row. So Hawaiian, and Banana Daddy by Black Widow. Let's see. What does that say? Oh, I got, okay, so there's a couple of my reg ones too that already made it in here that are female. So I got a Latka's right there. The Latka's kind of hiding, which is Pancakes. That's Pancakes by Kosher Kush Breath.
And that's the one that you said like has pancakes, like that maple syrup smell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got 2 Sherbunk. Those are the 2 Sherbunkins over there, which is Platinum Sherb by Fish Scale. Let's see if I can see those. So there's a Banana Daddy in the corner by Black Widow. There's a Morning Dew. Oh yeah, I got Morning Dew in here. Oh, and I got Mystery Machine in here. Let's see, what's that one? Oh, that's another Banana Daddy by Black Widow. Oh, there's a BAM. There's one right there. That's a BAM. There's a Mystery Machine. That's the James Loud. So that's a waffle cone. That's a waffle cone. This is the Maui Runts. This is the... Oh, this is a Frosted Melons.
That looks like that's going to be a leafy motherfucker.
Yeah. That's the other Frosted Melons. So there's 2 different... Looking like 2 different phenos of that one. What's that one? There's another... This one is another Mystery Machine. This is the high octane. This is the one that had the fasciated stem on it. But then the other side was growing regular. So the The other side got to stay.
There you go.
And that's a Maui runt. Oh, that's got some cool little
Oh, look at that.
Middle East, and the one on the opposite's got one too.
Huh.
What's that? Okay, yeah, I think that's all of them. So yeah.
So with the like waffle, is the waffle cones something that you've run before or you know about?
I haven't run it, but Drew grew it,
Okay.
and it was great. It was really good, really good. I'd call it a indica leaning hybrid.
Okay.
It's not like knock you out weed, but it just the terps on it are great. It's a nice relaxing effect. So let me switch back over and we can talk about them a bit.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What the hell? Hold on.
What? You broke it. He went in there and now he's got it all fuckered.
Okay, I fixed it. I didn't
Oh, it was
actually
the
like.
Mikey Mikes.
I didn't actually close out fucking StreamYard on my phone. I just like turned my phone off and set it down, but it was still playing. But yeah, the waffle cone is just really nice. It makes nice chunky nugs, and it's the smell. It's kind of similar to the pancakes, in that it's got kind of that sweet baked goods. It smells like a waffle cone, kind of. But yeah, it's really nice. That's the one that the plant that Jugro gave me a whole one. He had like 3 of them, and then it was right when he started back to work when he stopped growing. He had one sitting in his dry tent in his garage that is just sitting in there. The fucking humidifier had run out of water, so it was dried out a bit. But I brought it home. I just put it in a plastic bag, whole still, and I brought it home and put it in my dry room at 65 for 2 days. And then I trimmed that shit up, and it was beauty. It rehydrated really nicely and smoked really good for a while. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I realized one, and I got to figure out. I'm not quite sure where it came from. I'm thinking it was probably because it was in the back of the tent and maybe leaning against the tent, and I didn't notice it when I pulled down. But I found one of the, if you remember back when I in my test tent, I had that Granddaddy Black going, big ass fucking nugs inside of there. And I think one of them was leaning against the back wall. Well, that nug, we were trimming up some of that stuff the other day, and one nug in there had some mold on it, white. So, that whole section got thrown away. But I was trying to nail it down to where that one specifically came from. And I believe, like, with that way, it had to have been there before before I hung it. I'm pretty certain. And somehow I just missed it, probably in a hurry,
Yeah.
harvesting out of that tent. And, but it's definitely something that I got to pay more attention to, because I let those in that specific tent get a little wild. Sometimes I pack them in a little too much, things like that. So, it's a matter of keeping a better eye on it. But
Yeah.
also, that is part of the point of the tent, is to see what those things will take. That's enough. It was good, decent weed. Yeah, it was a good return. It was good and frosty. Terps were a little lacking, but with that, that was enough for me to go, I know it was probably my fault, but I've done that to plenty of plants that don't fucking mold. So,
Right.
that one's probably not going to make the cut.
Yeah. Cheers, Triple Pumpkins.
Yeah, so just kind of the thinking of, when I look and I cut plants like that, even if it is grower air, that same air goes into a lot of other plants. So, they have to be able to take that, because not everybody has time to do shit, and that's
Yeah.
You know, I look at those things. I think about those things. You know, you got to think how much abuse can one of these fucking plants take and still be quality and good,
Yeah.
but just be fucking stellar if you take care of it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so as much as I hate doing it myself, and I don't like it, but sometimes you just can't take care of everything the way you'd like to, and it does make for good research.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as you're willing to, one, throw that shit away, two, realize you wasted a bunch of money because of that, and three,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what three was, but right, you know, oh, you got to pay attention. If you're growing it and just leaving it there, and you're not actually watching and paying attention to the results of these things, then
Mm-hmm.
it's not research at that point, and you're not doing anything positive. You're just fucking being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you actually get some insight on your plant through that, it's not a total waste. So
Yeah.
yeah, he said, we've all seen, even in the best of days, I abuse the fuck out of my plants. Although I think everybody giving me shit, I did go up there while you were showing your garden and fucking put a splint on that broken
Oh, did
branch.
you?
Yeah, I went in there and fucking splinted it. I was like, I know I've got some fucking stakes down here somewhere. I'll fucking splinter up.
That's funny.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, fuck. Yeah, that one, I can't believe I did that too. That is like a main top that's like damn near touching the light. That's
Yeah.
fucking just outside of the trellis. So instead of pulling my trellis arm, I thought I'd be able to fucking get that fucking thing back in, and
Yeah.
not what happened. Next
That's
time,
funny.
take the fucking bar out, dummy.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have a trellis in there. I wasn't fucking anything up. So there's no reason. Yeah, I know. Hey, I've been beating plants for years.
That's
They
funny.
love it. They love it. Hey, that's the one thing, and I think most people who've grown my ladies that I've thrown out there is them girls can take some shit. They are hearty.
Actually, I've got one. I've got one. There's a branch on that pineapple that is same thing, but I had the trellis there, and the net. It was just the perfect thing. It gave it the perfect little slant into the corner of the net, so it's holding it up right now. And I don't. If I move it, it'll fucking definitely fall over and die. But right now, the way the trellis is, it's holding it just right, so it's not fucking gonna die on me.
Right. Oh. Yeah. So.
But yeah, I'm excited to see how all those flavors turn out in the
Yeah.
tank. I'm kind of I got too many cuts, and I realized the other day I've spent more time and effort keeping fucking cuts alive than I have focusing on what's in the flower room. Like I'm don't get me wrong, I'm not neglecting anything in my flower room, but I am putting way more work into my veg than I am into my flower. And it's kind of
absolutely. And my veg causes me way more stress than my flower room does.
Yeah. Like
Except
me, once it's in the flower room, it's like, all right, you made it. We're good. You're set. You're okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah. My schedule's good. My plants are fucking healthy. They've been trimmed to fucking what I prefer. It's absolutely, man. But veg is a constant fucking. The veg is where the work is.
Yeah.
But veg is also going to be where you bring a proper plant in the flower. So it really should be your fucking workhorse.
I got these fucking things that are like, this is like the one caribou. Oh, my headphones, shit. My fucking webcam cord is longer than my headphone cord. I can't reach. But yeah,
I can see it right now, like you staring up at the ceiling with your arm extended, trying to get
that. Fucking arm is out straight, and my head is cocked back. But yeah, those ones, like, I had to strip those little guys down so that they're essentially just clones growing on a fucking branch, because I wasn't ready to clone them, but they also are far too, far too far along in those little fucking quarter-gallon cups. So lots of that shit going on in veg at our house.
Yeah. On the bright side for me, I've got a bunch of clones and cups that are brand new transplanted, so they're pretty easy to deal with. And they were unfortunately getting a little pissy before they made it to cups because vacations and life and those things. So they took a slow start to transplant.
Yeah.
So they're starting to take now, so they're not fucking exploding. They're fucking running nice and slow, which is good for me
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's the nice thing. I'm like, I need to just clone them because it makes life way easier.
yeah.
When you
Yeah, at
can
this
just
point, I just need mothers. So I just need to throw some shit. Like veg is about to get easier for me because I'm going from everything in there in a 1 gallon pot to now you're going into a 5 gallon pot. You're a mother. You're a mother. I'm getting rid of fucking everything else. And
Mhm.
so, I'm doing a big clean out and reset. So after that happens, I have a couple weeks where it won't be as much of a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's when it'll be nice. That's when I can sit down, enjoy it, fucking watch them grow, have fun.
Yeah.
Go, you know,
Yeah.
I talk sweet nothings to them. It's when they know they get their love. They get real happy again.
Yeah. That's funny. So I started a tent in my app here in your son's app. I called it my grow then go. So those are the ones that I'm gonna let go. They got they're
Grow then
keepers,
go.
but
That's fucking awesome. I love that.
they're gonna get grown out one more time, and then that's it. I'm not gonna take a clone of them. They're gonna go out the door because like I said, I got too many. Like this fucking list is stupid.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
it's
Jesus.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and I know how big some of that. I know how many plants are in some of those by the size of them. You got
The
you got.
size of the box, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even start at the bottom. That's at the bottom. So that's the tent we were just looking at. Then let's see. I called that the Sith Cavern. Then the Grow Then Go tent, and then the Jedi Masters, which is my keepers. Foundlings, which are clones. Younglings, which are veg plants. Jakku is my dry room. The Jedi Temple is the big flower room. Tatooine is my veg space.
I love that.
So
That is fucking great. You
yeah.
nerd. you,
You're a
you
nerd
should.
for knowing what I was talking about.
You got to have one they're guaranteed gone, and just call that one Death Star.
Oh shit.
Be
That's a
like,
good one.
you suck. You're guaranteed. You're fucking gone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll call that one Alderaan.
Oh, go. Rip Alderaan.
Yeah. Cheers, Fat Freddy. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely. Now, that is one thing. For me, to grow out and judge a plant, it's grow it from seed,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what you got. Got to get a clone no matter what. Then you got to try the clone. A lot of times, they say you're really not. At least I feel, and I've talked to a lot of other growers, really don't get your real expression until like the third time you've grown that plant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once it's gotten used to you, you're getting used to it, all those things. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relationship. Any of us growers have been doing it long enough, you kind of realize, fuck, if you're just a plant person, man, you have a relationship with your plants. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, 3 is kind of where I found that number where I can really start to get that thing doing what I want. But so a seeded plant, if you don't impress me, well, you don't get to be a clone. Like, shit, some of them don't even make it past seedling stage. It's like, you fucking suck. So
Yeah.
just off you go. but that's one of those, if plants really got my interest, it doesn't have my interest until I like fully have it until at least the third time I've grown it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like you get the real expression out of your plant until you get age on that plant, until you get some maturity on that plant. I've always said I like to grow every plant I grow until I see that sexual maturity, till it's ready to go.
Hmm.
So I veg stuff. I know it's a weird, controversial topic, but I veg things. And I get really good expressions out of my plants, and I believe it's because of the veg of the plant. The veg is so freaking important. It builds the structure of your plant. So I do that. That helps. Clones come out sort of similar. Very very similar. But you definitely see that difference from not having that tap rooted plant. And you
Yeah.
see how it grows and things. So
Yeah. 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 It's interesting. Like you, like that. I expected that my black amnesia haze would have just like shot up when I put it into flower because that's what it did from seed. But it's not. It is starting to stack a little bit tighter than it did from seed. So it's interesting to see that the different growth patterns there. But that's also part of why I made that the grow then go tent there, because some of my cuts I have only grown. I mean, some of them I've only grown once, some of them I've only grown twice. So it's like their last chance. It's their last. If you impress me while you're in that fucking list, then you might get taken off the list and stay. But I also have to reduce numbers in case we do have to move next year, because ain't no way I can take this many plants with me.
yep, I hear that. I'm just gonna reduce down just for the fucking case of reducing down.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
holding on to a fucking ton of shit right now for not a good enough reason.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
well, but some of these were, this is the end of their testing phase. It is time for them to go.
mm,
The decision has been made. Testing has been made. They have been smoked. They have been grown. Some go, some stay. So that's where we're at with that. So
mhm.
yeah, I'm at least there. But the problem is a whole new fucking flush of clones just came in for future testing, and so
Yeah,
I'm getting rid of them just to fucking hurry up and put it right back into place where it was. So,
yeah. I need to
but that's
start. I started a rule for my wife with fucking clothes for her and the girls. If you're bringing new clothes into the house, you gotta fucking get old clothes out of the house. So I'm gonna have to start that rule for my plants. I think if I pop new seeds, I better be
hard.
ready to throw some fucking cuts out.
Yeah, man. You gotta, you really gotta find out where your line is of how much you can, take care of.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I had 3 plants and I flowered 3 plants at the time. So basically, I had a clone, a mother, and a flowering plant, all kind of going. So I had 9 plants. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all times, I had 9 fucking plants, and that's it. Uh,
Yeah.
Fuck, I've got 9 phenos of one plant at this point. Yeah, you know what I mean? With shit everywhere. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely, you got to find out what you can actually do, how much you can take care of, because that number sometimes is a lot smaller than you want it to be.
Yeah. 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 Things can escalate quickly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not that you don't want all those. It's just, yeah, fuck, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
And that's when it gets the guys you used to hang out and chat and stuff. But automation is freedom. True. You automate that whole motherfucker, and life can get a lot easier. And that's a lot of times why I use my big beds.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to water that. And shit, if I really really got my stuff in order, got the initial trim, got everything fucking perfect, I could flip the lights on that bitch, close the door, and open it again at harvest time. I
Hmm.
can do that without ever opening that door and looking at it again through that whole cycle. but that's not the way I like to be in
Yeah.
there. I like to
Yeah.
touch them. I like to fucking, sniff them, see them, measure them, fucking nose them,
Yeah.
shake them.
Beat them.
That's right. That's right. But no, it's that relationship. Yeah, I like to have that relationship with my plants.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I think having the interaction helps them grow. You get
Yeah.
better plants. Get better plants when you interact with them. So
Well, that's it. The more you're interacting, the more you're looking, the more you're noticing, the more you're taking care of. You're doing that part. You're around there actively. One of the small things. The more you're around them, the more CO2 they're getting.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just a flat out benefit. You around them. You benefit each other just by being around each other. You get the
Yeah.
oxygen, they get fucking CO2. That's one of those just general that is highly overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I like to. I when the lights are on, I typically leave my doors cracked a little bit. Like you have to go through 2 doors to get into that room. But I will leave it. I leave the doors cracked open a little bit, and I don't like the dogs to be downstairs because of our microgreens and shit. But now that like the microgreens are on the other end of the house in their very own room, there's nothing else growing in there, so I can keep them isolated. I have let the dogs down more because, like you said, you don't think about it, but they 2 dogs and you put out a bit of CO2, and
okay.
and so yeah, that's one thing I've been doing for a while now is just trying to keep the doors cracked and let that little bit more of that air exchange happen.
I keep forgetting to Clay at one point had offered me he had an extra CO2 monitor, and I keep forgetting to get it because I wanted to just close door, keep an eye on my room, and then when I go in versus when me and my cat go in there
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and see like just my cat, like how much does he fucking raise the CO2 in
yeah.
there?
And how long does he have to be in there? And yeah,
Yeah, they're interesting numbers to have.
yeah,
No, it's not a supplement,
yeah.
and I'm not locking my fucking cat in my room. But
Yeah. Well, it's
but
funny.
it, but it, w-
I said yesterday to my wife because my oxygen was low. I said I'm gonna go hang out. I'm just gonna go sit in the grow room, and she just looks at me funny. I was like, "Plants make oxygen." And she's like, "Yeah, but did those plants make that much oxygen?" I was like, "Just as much as any other plants do, and it's in a sealed room, so yeah, they're making fucking oxygen. It's not gonna boost my numbers, and it's not gonna heal me by any means, but it's like it's definitely gonna make me feel better." So,
yeah, yeah, man, just getting in there. This is when I really want a greenhouse for more
mhm,
of that being able to be around the plants, keep the environment down, but get some natural sunlight. These lights are a little harsh and shit, when we're hanging out in, on, and around and under them. These things are fucking harsh and shit. There is no doubt about that.
yeah,
I got these super intense lights at 7 foot, and I'm 5'9". Actually, I think they're at 6 foot in this room. No, they're at 7. But anyway, right, I'm at 5'9". You know what I mean? They're like fucking here. That's intense. So
yeah,
you try to. But right, I want to be in there with the plants. I want to give them that. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
right. I always think the same
There's that
thing every
pressure.
time I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm like, yeah, I should just go hang out inside the fucking flower room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have that little counter in my room, and I just go and I pop myself up and sit on the counter in there, and then I'm not like, I'm still getting the light, but I'm not like not right under
Yeah,
the light itself. So um, it's kind of a nice little spot to sit up and relax, kind of, and
yeah,
it gives you a
basically,
little like a little bird's eye view over everything. It's kind of
right.
cool.
Yeah, I kind of set it up too. When I got a spot to sit in there, move around, do all that stuff. But then I kind of had that thought. But the room is like, I could just swivel my chair right around, sit in front of the door, stare at the whole. And when you do that, actually, all of that internal air from the room that's doing the cyclone kind of starts flooding out into my way anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you still get that experience without being in there, and you can see the whole fucking room.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, why don't we have another dab frog? And we'll let these people go about their day. I'm going to go sit back and finish some more trimming. I got a few more plants to trim. Finish the flying Hawaiian, and then I got to trim the pineapple sorbet, and then I got to trim up the Chimera. So Chimera went in there a few days after everything else, so it might need a couple more days to dry, but we'll see. We'll see. Actually, you know what's funny? I was thinking, I meant to mention this the other day. So that's the one, that Chimera 3 is the one that went like Twizzlers and carb cleaner on me. Those fucking like fruity shop terps. We were smoking some of I cut a branch, not even a full branch. I cut a few nugs off of that Chimera 3, and that was some of the ones that I put in the dehydrator. And I was smoking it the other night, and my wife came and had just a couple quick puffs, and she's like, "Oh, that's like berry. That's like really fruity." She's like, "Is that a flavored paper?" And my wife is like, she's the one that's like, "It's all weed to me. It all smells the same. It all tastes the same. It's just fucking weed. It stinks.
Fucking weed.
It stinks, but I want it. So just shut up and give it to me." So yeah, when she said that, I stepped back. I was like, "No, there's no flavored paper. Look at you, little connoisseur now." Fucking
look at
picking
you,
out
you little
terps and
fucking
shit.
weed nerd.
Yeah, I was like, I had been thinking, yeah, this is kind of nice and fruity, but like when she was like berry terps, or she said berry flavored, I was like, holy fuck, it is berry flavored.
Yeah, I try all the time with my kid, because he's kind of, again, the reason I really got back into wanting to fucking get back into the growing again.
Mhm.
And so I'm always trying to find something that makes him go, ooh, because he's that guy. He's just fucking weed.
Yeah.
But I'm also very careful when I give it to him now, because now he just won't admit anything if he smells anything weird.
Yeah.
So I did hand him this Ghost Walker OG, and it's got this like kind of rank funkiness to it. And so I handed it to him, and he sniffed it, and he goes, "This smells like weed." And I was like, all right. He goes, "Well, it smells like really good weed." And I was like, okay.
Let your face know that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let your face know what you just smelled, buddy.
Yeah, that's funny. Right on. Well, tonight I believe we got Jason Line coming on to hang out.
Do we?
If I did read that correctly, is it the 29th? It is the 29th. Yes, sir.
It is.
Jason Line's coming to hang out. So you guys all meet. We'll meet back here again in, what is it?
A
few hours. Yeah, like 8 hours or some shit. So
go in a few hours, and we'll be back in a few hours.
Work, have a nap, do
trim your plans,
but get back here at the times, the usual.
That's a good one, man. Get the weed nap in. That way,
Yeah, exactly.
You can have a second one.
Yeah.
You can't wake and bake more than once in a day if you don't take a fucking nap, right? Take a nap.
True that.
Get a fucking